Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Endwalker. In the last episode, we're continuing through the Omega quest line, where we cleared the final two bosses of the Deltascape, Halicarnassus and Exdeath. And then we were allowed to leave because we had finished our task. And while we were kind of regrouping and recapping everything that's going on, we found out that Biggs and Wedge have been attacked while they were trying to figure out what's going on with the stasis system that we supposedly activated. And fortunately, they survived, but they're a little banged up. And so they're going to need to get some treatment. And it's all part of Omega's objective to induce stress in us to try to make us stronger. And Omega is also now threatening to basically attack everyone if we don't follow through with working our way through its trials. So we're kind of stuck here. Let's go ahead and pick back up and continue on. And as you can see, I have new gear on my samurai. New glamour set anyway, which is the samurai gear that you get from the Omega loot, at least for the Deltascape. Probably one of my favorite armor sets in the game, at least these sets anyway. It's quite well done in my opinion. All right, we'll stick with it for a bit. All right, Jesse, what's up? Well, man, I'm glad you're here. In case you haven't heard, we observed a huge surge of anomalous energy coming from the yawn. I have a nasty feeling this means Omega's ready to go ahead with the next stage of its experiment. Master Garland is on his way. Let's hear what he has to say. Care to share your thoughts on this, Chief? Our colleagues on the ground have reported the appearance of mysterious floating structures inside the yawn. If you recall, we were investigating a similar anomaly when Alpha and Altaroid made their appearance. Omega certainly knows how to get our attention. I blush to recall the eagerness with which we plunged into the abyss, ignorant of the warped gladiatorial contest that awaited us within. But what a staggering collection of opponents, plucked from the pages of both history and fiction for their ability to pose a threat to Omega. And should you prevail against these interdimensional champions, what then shall be your prize? Why, a battle against the most devastating weapon this world has ever seen. How marvelous. He's excited. He says with eyes aflame, for once, I wish you were being sarcastic. Anyway, the energy surge, based on our previous experience, it seems highly probable that it is our signal to rejoin the fray. Needless to say, it is an invitation we cannot refuse, not when the alternative is Omega unleashing its creations on Eorzea. Well, Yami, are you ready to answer the call? Alright, let's get to it. Well, I'm afraid Biggs and Wedge won't be answering any calls just yet. They're still mending for the ambush at the control center. Yes, of course. We'll just have to struggle on without them for the time being. Don't worry, Nero and I will see to it you receive all the support you need. Defeat is not an option. I do believe Alpha here agrees. Oh, that reminds me, I got something special for you, little fellow. Come with me. What's she up to now? She gave Alpha a little Ironworks uniform. A custom-made Ironworks uniform. Oh, you do look smart, I must say. He's part of the expedition team, after all, and considering the dangers lurking in that rift, it's only right we give him some protective equipment. How very thoughtful of you, Jesse, and here was thinking you were just sizing him up for a new range of merchandise. Unlike you, I can do two things at once. What about my protective equipment? I will say I wish I had that uniform. I wonder if, I know that there is a glamour set for it. Really? I wouldn't be seen dead in it. This is perfectly acceptable attire for an engineer. Sturdy, practical, and best of all, most stains will scrub right out. Aren't you wearing it, Nero? Just a different color? I'm not sure it'd last long on you, what with all the fighting. But if you're desperate for a set, you're welcome to have a word with our tailors. Passing the discussion of Ironworks garmenture undoubtedly is. Might our time not be better spent, say, traveling to the Yawn? Omega awaits. He wants to get in there. He's having a little too much fun with this. Alright, let's go ahead to the Yawn and see what awaits us. I'll be back when I'm there. Alright, approaching the Yawn. And that's a lot of junk floating around in there. Omega's been busy. How inviting. I'm ready when you are, Yami. Say the word and we'll take the plunge. Let's go. Right, then, into the Yawn we go. Midgard's armor. I am with you, mortals, along with what scant wisdom I can provide. Alright, we're back into the interdimensional rift. Well, the rift seems much as it did before. And we appear to be mercifully solid. But I do detect some changes. If I'm not mistaken, there are fewer eggs floating in the ether. Welcome, Alpha Group. Your prompt arrival is appreciated. Omega, it would seem your experiment continued in our absence. Affirmative. Progress has been satisfactory. Approximately 50% of the test subjects have been eliminated. Each test world hosts an ongoing contest wherein the strong eliminate the weak. The process is certain, conclusive, inevitable. Every result matches the predicted outcome. Every result except yours. If these images cause you distress, please examine them closely. Without suitable stimulation, you may not exceed your calculated probability of success. I'm not sure that's how that works, Omega. Your survival is crucial to my study. Through you, I must continue to explore the contradiction I have discovered in your otherwise impotent kind. The ability to triumph against overwhelming odds is one which I must acquire. Foolish machine, what hast thou to show for all the years that have passed since the culmination of our war? Naught save thy continued existence. Hast thou no thought for what befalleth thy home star? Your attempts to revoke me will not succeed. I will follow my programming, fight, win, evolve. Then I will return to something. Error. Accurate rendering of a planetary label impossible in current mode of communication. Terminating exchange and returning to priority experiment. I believe it was called Alphatron, is what the Omicrons called it. Alterations to equipment parameters detected. Recalculating projected combat capabilities. Complete. I will now commence recording your practical performance. Proceed, Alpha Group. Overcome the obstacles in your path and reach the end of the course constructed for you. I didn't really get new gear. I just put a new glamour over top of my existing gear. Alright, it seems we have our orders. Shall we cut a path through the chaff then? Are those some nice cards? Which means, one moment. Card, game, play, play. You mean to play a part in proceedings this time? Apparently, yes. Of course, that's what you meant. Well, we do have authorization to fight in this area of the rift, so I suppose there's nothing to stop you from joining us. Welcome aboard, Alpha. Yeah, because we don't have Biggs and Wedge this time. All right. All right, there's the monitor. Yep, and there's the shield. Mind the trap. Okay, Alpha's trapped. Oh. Sigmascape. Alright, we got through that one. Guess everybody else has got to go first. Alright, there's a bunch of monitors. Oh wait, Alpha, they're not here. Okay, we got split up. Alright, more of them. Alright. Because we just had to hold out. Alright, what's Alpha up to? And he just wiped out all the monitors. Oh. There's Sid Nero. Right. Are we ready to... apparently not. Fortunately for you, I came prepared for the occasion. What a perfect opportunity to field test my latest creation. What's he up to now? That's the same hammer you used before. Behold, the mark... Oh my goodness. 48 Iron Nero, complete with the new and improved Mighty Mjolnir gun hammer. Step aside, Garland, and bear witness to the devastation. Alright, Nero. Let's see what you can do then. Throwback to our little, you know, fight in the Praetorium. And, you know, clearly an Iron Man reference. Alright, and Alpha took out the monitors. Yeah. It's not bad, not bad. Dadaluma, huh? Oh. Alright, complete. Excellent. Recognize that mask. Alright, that seems to be the end of them, and of the path as well. Out of juice? As far as operational duration goes, that was pushing the limit. Still, it should suffice. In between scrambling to stay out of the way of Nero's new toy, I found myself wondering about the card you used, Alpha. Care to explain? He boasteth it is but one of many tools at his disposal. Be not deceived by his appearance. Like all of Omega's creations, Alpha was chosen for his prowess in battle. Analysis complete. Results match revised projections. At this rate of improvement, you will fail to qualify as subjects of note. Midgard's armor, your parameters are notably inferior. Dost thou yet believe me the mighty worm I was in life? That incarnation perished long ago. My fate was sealed the moment I delivered my spawn unto this far-flung star. That they might be suffered to remain, I did offer up my life unto Heidelin, abiding thenceforth in spectral form, a servant to be summoned in her hour of need. Your account correlates with my records, and explains why I arrived on this planet with only to find that my journey's purpose was lost. Of necessity, my priority shifted to repairs even as I searched for a new target of sufficient strength. Yet, I still don't understand why you aid these creatures. I should think the reason plain, but mayhap 'tis not so for a soulless machine such as thee. By thee and thine was my home laid waste. The sound of thee, thy very scent, visiteth upon me a tempest of rage. But I lend these mortals what little aid I can render. Illogical. If your purpose is to facilitate my destruction, it would require an entity more powerful than you were at your prime. Without the means to muster such might, your presence here is meaningless. The experiment continues. Alpha Group, your next opponent awaits you within the Sigmascape. Enter and commence the contest. Alright, here we are. There's our Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master. Nero. The Sigmascape, eh? I shall set to work analyzing the unspeakable horrors within. Alright. That's it. That should do it. Our new base of operations is up and running. Now what I'd really like to do is delve a little deeper into Omega's past, but as our dragon seems disinclined to indulge my curiosity, we had best focus on the task at hand. Let's get on with conquering the occupants of this Sigmascape, shall we? Yep, sounds like a plan. Alright, what's up first? No slowing down. Before you cross the threshold, we should take a moment to discuss where we stand. That is a test world you need to conquer, the Sigmascape. Is that a mask or a face? The castle will certainly surprise, but this is verging on disturbing. And we currently have no idea what it might signify. My first instinct is to dive straight into our analysis. The problem being that without a reference point from within the Sigmascape to start from, we'll have no way of knowing if we're even analyzing the correct data. Which means you'll just have to go in blind. Probably the best way to enter into a fight, but needs must and all that. Are you up for a challenge? Sure. Can I ask you to join her, Alpha? We seem to be fine out here, but Ayame will need your authorization if she's to do battle inside the test world. Keep your wits about you, Savior. Your next opponent could be almost anything. Yes. Yes, it could be. I know it is. Alright, Alpha. Let's go. Alright. Let's head into Sigmascape 1.0. And I will see how long this takes. I'll be right back. Alright. Ready to go. It's a train. Tell me, locate the correct data. Your opponent appears to be a train. Here it comes. Alright. Phantom train. Here we go. Okay, we got ghosts. Alright, we got proximity AoE. Back off. Alright, now it marks those lights, and that destroys the ghosts. Oh, someone got one in the right spot. I wasn't quite able to get there. Okay, here come ghosts. You gotta get them in the light. And then that will kill them. Yep. Oh. Didn't get all three there. There we go. You don't want to be touched by those. If at all possible. Try and get as far away from that as I can. Take that away. Oh, we gotta, yeah, head up, head up, head up. Alright, Doom Chimney. Now, what we need to do is we need to actually get touched by one of the ghosts. Because if we don't, we'll get killed. Due to being suffocated by the smoke. Alright. And we can get out of here. Hopefully both the healers manage to get out. Looks like they did. Drag him into the light. There we go. Okay. Oh, actually, we want to do this. We're gonna get knocked back. I'm just gonna try and get all the way away from it. There we go. A couple people got hit. All right, we won. Derailed. Alright. Nope, I do not want any of the loot. I will give someone accommodation and then leave. Traveler from afar, thank you for Doma. Interesting. All right, Sid, what do you think of that? Then the gods are fast on your feet. When I first saw you be facing a train of all things, I assumed I was hallucinating. With that oddness behind us, we can be fully certain we have the right set of data for the Sigmascape. From what we've been able to determine, this is a recreation of a devastated world. Unfortunately, we have not found any clues as to its origin. We came across several familiar terms, Doma included, but the arc of history is inconsistent with our own. Given that Omega draws from realms which could be fictional or even other dimensional, we can only guess at the source upon which the Sigmascape is based. But if it was fictional, it seems safe to assume that the author has had a bad experience with a train. Alright. On to the next one. I expect you're still recovering from your last fight, but we should probably go over the details of your next opponent all the same. According to our research, we pitted against a foe known as Chadarnuk. Another train this time, but some manner of animated painting. To be perfectly clear, the name refers more to the evil spirit that's taken up residence within the picture, but the picture part will be key to our strategy. To that end, Nero has thrown together a little something I thought might be useful. What do you got? Thrown together, he says. You know how difficult it was to translate your abstract fancy into an actual tool with practical applications? What you demanded was nothing less than a miracle, and a miracle I have delivered. I seem to recall you insisting on constructing it yourself. Still, credit where credit's due. Well done. History will appreciate my genius. To you, I present the fruits of my labor, the chocobo brush. I won't confuse you by trying to explain how it works, but suffice it to say that I have adapted the tool to combat the peculiar nature of your rival. Put simply, you will be able to directly influence the space around you by painting pictures. Naturally, this process will require paint, but as for the color, subject, and efficacy of your masterpieces, well, that shall depend entirely upon your own artistic sense. Now, back to you, Garland. You notice the absence of a steaming cup in my hand? If you truly value the effort of your colleagues, you might consider filling the bloody kettle from time to time. Or is that another task his lordship, the chief, can't accomplish without the help of his subordinates? Now listen here, Nero. I apologize for the damn kettle, but this has nothing to do with my upbringing. And they're in an argument. And what's Alpha up to? He put a water card next to it. Next to the kettle is one of Alpha's cards. Its face illustrated with a depiction of spring water. Alpha appears keen to begin the next encounter. You may enter Sigmascape 2.0 when you're ready. Then we shall. Alright. As usual, I'll be back. Alright, well, I think I'm going to have to change the plans here. I've been sitting in queue for quite a long time with absolutely no response. I've tried as a DPS, samurai, I've tried as healer, sage, tank, all of it. So I'm just not getting any bites. So I think we're going to have to try and solo it, which is not ideal. But I don't have any time, so I've just got to go. Alright, let's try this again. I'm going to go as warrior. And let's see if I can do it. What a splendid atelier. Look around you, hero. Plenty of things in which to dip that brush. Alright, so we have an action here where we need to paint. And let's see what we've got on our hands here. Well, that's what we're really dealing with. Alright. Alright, I think we need to do this. Yeah, that gives me fire resistance increased. This is gonna take me a while. All right. Oh. I gotta get on that little plane to avoid the earthquake attack. Alright, we need to activate this, which creates a pillar to hide behind. Alright, now we're doing this one. We turn ourselves into one of these. And I just gotta blow these little guys out of the way. There we go. That should give me a nice clear space to work with. Yep. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. There we go. Reason why I brought Warrior is it has a lot of abilities to just heal itself. Oh, and we need to grab this one too. This is probably going to turn into a slog. So. so we need water resistance and to be on the plane. Or fire resistance, actually. Okay, I'm not sure what that's doing, because usually they'll have this guy beat by now. Alright, this again. Grab my resistance and my pillar. Wear him down. This setup again. Alright, there we go. Grab that. Perfect. Just simply cannot do enough damage to me to counteract my self-regen. Just keeps bouncing back and forth between these two options. And there we go, the same set again. You don't need to worry about the plane until they actually split. Just to maximize my uptime on the boss. Almost got him. Alright, got him. Piece of cake. When you're over-leveled and over-geared for it, sure enough. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright. Well, we'll switch back to Samurai and just continue. Sid, what do you think? Welcome back, Ayame. I was on the edge of my stool watching you attempt to paint whilst fighting, but you soon seemed to get the hang of it. I'm glad our makeshift solution worked as intended. Our makeshift solution worked as intended because I made it work. Painting is easy, as is intending. I feel I should remind you, however, that the brush was very specifically designed with that area and that foe in mind. Against aught else, it will value precisely as well as any other brush. Alright. So be it. One moment. Hi, this is Garland. That's great news, and... Oh, they did they? Understood. We'll meet them out there. That was Jesse. Apparently Biggs and Wedge considered themselves well enough to pay us a visit. They're on their way to the Yawn. Fancy a brief jaunt to the surface? No, thank you. I have data to analyze. Fine. Just the three of us, then. Alright, back out to the surface. And there's Biggs and Wedge. How you guys doing? Chief, Ayame, and Alpha too. We didn't mean to drag you all the way from your work. Nonsense. After all you've been through, how could we not come running? Speaking of which, did you even be walking? The Kairujan will probably want to have words with us later, but we couldn't just lie back and let you have the rift, or brave the rift on your own. Do you even have enough hands for that much work? Who's taking care of all the little jobs? Ah, yes, the little jobs. It does seem that you two have spoiled me. I only recently learned that the kettle does not, in fact, fill itself. But we're muddling along somehow. Yami has been a pillar of strength, as always. Alpha has proven to be a stalwart companion, and Nero has been invaluable and insufferable in equal measure. As for the test subjects themselves, they're certainly formidable, but Omega's experiment hasn't broken us yet. So go home, heal, and don't come back until you've fully recovered. They're still wearing their goggles. It's good to hear that everything's going well, but you call us the moment anything goes wrong. We'll be out here in a wink, even if we have to crawl. Listen to me, Alpha. That uniform you're wearing makes you an official employee of Garland Ironworks. That means you can call on us whenever you're in trouble, and that we can call on you. It means you're not alone. Biggs and I have to go away for a while. So I want you to look out for Ayame and the chief for us, alright? Oh, before I forget, we brought you something to put a spring in your step. You can't fight Omega's creations on field rations alone. Apparently we get some infusions of stuff. Alright, well, I mean, we don't really use those, but I'll take some anyway. Now, what have we... This next one seems strong, but exhibits no other notable traits. How dull. The true challenge is his fourth opponent, but if I can find the patterns hidden in the chaos, then knowledge and reason will prevail. But even the most random actions are products of an underlying logic. One has but to isolate the behavioral triggers. Ugh, tastes like salt water. Why would... I need to take a closer look at that card. Didn't quite function as intended? Okay, what's Omega up to? Alpha Group shows signs of recovering from recent trauma, initiating action to maintain desirable stress levels. Oh boy. Alright, well, we'll find out what's going on there. Wedge. Alpha and the Chief have already gone back in, so don't let us keep you. Our colleague over there should be glad to help you make your descent as soon as you're ready. This dreadful experiment may have a way to go yet, but if you keep taking it one battle at a time, you'll be fighting Omega before you... I mean, it will all be over before you know it. Alright, back in. Okay. So I think this is going to move us on to the next boss. So we're going to go ahead and actually stop here. And we will continue with the Sigmascape when we come back for next episode. Alright, so for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.